visitors and all the delegates. It's the honor for the day that I could able to participate in this summit where we are planning to have a socio-economic development with Indo and Russia. I am Dr. Professor Srinivas. My basic qualification is doctorate in Burmology, doctorate in philosophy, and I born and brought up from Delhi. Almost for 2 decades I was practicing as a company secretary in Delhi. Later, the life for everyone turns around and it took me into spirituality, path of spirituality. In these connections, I could establish my spiritual relations with Russians. When I been in 2004 to Russia, it is the one country which always supports India. Whether it is cultural, whether it is spiritual, whether it is socio-economic, in all the streams, they are always supporting us and standing next to us. So in the beginning of the years, many entrepreneurs from Russia, including the diplomats, all they had a thought in their mind, how we can connect to India in what form. For any business to establish between the two countries, the ethic is most important. And for that ethic, we should have the foundation called our culture and spiritual. Any business, when we enter into, it should be negotiated transparently so that it should be a win-win game. And today, if we see, most of the countries lost hopes on each other, and due to that, the adverse impact over the economy is prevailing. So in order to annihilate this socio-economic and to make reform properly the socio-economic, I feel BRICS is one of the platforms which I definitely realized, and Mr. Sergey, Dr. Sergey, who met me last month in the International Summit of Moscow, and luckily he called me day before yesterday and he advised why we should not join in this BRICS with Madam Purnima, who is the president, and why we should not negotiate in different zones of business so that all the countries could be benefited. I appreciate, and even for some of our projects, myself and Dr. Sergey has signed the agreement, and I would like that all others should work on in a similar line. And not only that, what I feel, in order to make the economy good for every country, it should not be for our respective countries, it should be for every country. The give and take policy should be perfect. So when I was auditing for certain companies here, I don't want to mention the name, they always focus only on this self-centered business, which is incorrect. In order to have the best economy for any business, everyone should understand the ethics. Unless we are not realizing the ethics, I should make my profit, I should not bother for my brother. It is incorrect. Let it be a transparent one, and in economy or socio, we can make a reform. And in this regard, almost I spent a week at Russia, and some of the government officials also, who were diplomats, ambassadors, and high-ranking position in Russian government, they had sessions with me in that they want to develop the culture, ecology, agriculture, manufacturing units, because especially one of the ambassadors, he said, nowadays India is not importing any machinery equipments to Russia. At the time of our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, there was most of the export on the machinery equipments to Russia, but it has been stopped. So for what reason, I have no idea about that, but still, we can sign up for many agreements with them, and definitely from the industries of machines, airports, or even for, mostly they are concentrating over ecology because the soil should be perfect. Nowadays, if we see, because of the fertilizers, the soils have become impure. So for that reasons, they are focusing on ecology and FCMG products. As of now, the situation is quite worse in Russia-Ukraine border. So whomever may be, people are one and the same, and they are the children of God. We have to support everyone on this aspect. And moreover, they are coming for the consumer products, they are coming for education, IT, and healthcare. Healthcare, definitely it is the most significant one due to the pandemic reasons. Many of the people are having, adverse impacts on their body. Now, after Delta, if you see many of the patients who I attended personally, they have some problem with musculoskeletal disorders or with their brain or with the bad cholesterols which they are developing, which is having adverse impact over multiple organs. So for this, the conventional methods of our system, medical system, of course, with steroids they are supporting, and they are giving some what we call these painkillers, with which a patient can be cured for a day or two. But after that, the arteries, especially the common carotid artery, which is coming from the head to the heart, which is connected, it gets clogged. Due to that, most of the patients, I have seen young boys from Delhi who died recently. So no one could find the cause why it has been happened. So for that only, the ancient healing system, which our Prime Minister Modi had a vision, that Ministry of Ayush has to take a responsibility to impart a proper education on the integrated platform. I thank our Honorable Minister, and I am working on that. And mostly we have signed the contract with Russia for integrated system of medicine, India and Russia, as well as it is coming up with next Turkey, South Africa, and most probably Ethiopia, such countries. So this is my field I am talking about, but I am into many fields also, and my partners are there who want to promote ethically all the business. So in such situation, whatever your zone may be, I appreciate that we can work out in what way, with the support of our President, in what way we can establish our business with Russia as well as other countries. So let us focus on that, and I would like to call Mr. Sergey, Dr. Sergey. Whatever we have signed the agreement, let us share now so that it can be an exemplary. So before concluding, I would like to honor our Honorable President Purnimaji.
This is a good example of people-to-people diplomacy. It's an exchange of the gifts and the moods and the love. Yes, as you can see, the image of His Excellency Professor, but he's not only professor, he's a Swamiji. He practiced not only Ayurveda, but also type of yoga. He was disciple of Satya Sai Baba, and that's why with the Warm feelings from Bangalore to New Delhi. And this is a good example, yes, of cooperation, because we did agreement, our International Diplomatic Club did agreement with Professor Srinivas regarding the new Invest project, which will be took part with the participation of our International Diplomatic Club. We are searching for different investors from Middle East, from Russia, and from Asia to support to spread spiritual knowledge of Asian tradition of India around all the world globally. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And yes.
It's an honorable moment for me to be in this summit, and today I could able to explore many of the socio-economic development projects for Indo-Russia, and moreover we are planning that all the facilities, irrespective of culture, education, healthcare, machineries, information technologies, all these what we have the resources in India, with our Vista we can establish that in Russia to support them for economic development. So this summit has brought a very good innovation for the business personalities to get into the business, and moreover we are going to have on June 4th and 5th a global innovative summit at Bangalore, where our Purnima madam, who is the president of BRICS, and Dr. Sergey from Russia, all will be participating with other delegates from Russian and European countries. So in this way we can unite together, make it a unity and integrity in our approach to develop our business models, as well as we should ensure that the peace should prevail all over. Thank you.